Hello. This is the module that will introduce the idea of test plans and actually analyzing a problem before you sit down to program it. The example that I'm going to use is finding the area of a rectangle. Well, when you have a problem to solve, here's kind of how the process works. The first thing you're going to think about entering the area of a rectangle is the user's going to have to enter two numbers, aren't they, for height and width. And then the program's going to have to calculate the area. The formula for doing that is a multiply. Yes, we have to multiply the two numbers. Then after I get the answer, the program's going to have to display the result. Oh, we're going to need to have a button for them to click to make this happen, because that's the way it works. So about then you get a piece of paper out and a pen or pencil and you sketch it. Since this doesn't capture sketched items too well, I created a mock-up quickly. And so here might be how our form is going to look. It's not perfect. It shouldn't be perfect. It's a waste of time to make your mock-up or the handwritten one perfect. But we're going to have the bar at the top and we're going to have some words in it, a title, an input box for the height, an input box for the width, a spot where you put the answer, two buttons, one where they click to get the area, another for exit, and then the author name because this teacher requires it. Oh, about then a person realizes, oh, we forgot the clear key. So as you're working through these things and you think it through, omissions, etc. become obvious. For instance, when I was doing this, I said, we're going to have the capability of entering decimal places, which means we have to display decimal places for the answer. And so I had the 50.00. I didn't think of that the first time through when I drew it by hand. Okay. Now we're going to develop the test data in Excel. This process could be called a test plan or desired outcomes or expected results. The point is you've got to have some numbers that you're going to input into this thing. And this is a little tricky. It's something that comes with experience. And mostly the thing I see with student development of test data is you don't think of reasonable numbers. The numbers that are in your test plan are just absolutely ridiculous. In a previous semester we had a loan and somebody had a $150,000 loan for 1 year or a $9 loan for 5 years. Probably not. So it needs to be reasonable data, but it also needs to test things like decimal places. If decimal places are possible for your input, then your test plan needs to include that. So let's switch to Excel. Here's the test plan already developed. At the top we have some headings, titles, what the intention of the thing is, who the author is, which would be your name of course, possibly a page number that relates it to the book, etc. Then we're going to have several test cases. 4 is not enough, but my suggestions will usually be 4, and then it says to add some more of your own. In real life you might have dozens, if not hundreds, of actual test cases that go through the data. Generally speaking, you're going to work with the people who are going to be using the program because they have a better idea of what their data is. But in this case we have a height and a width and then an area. The area happens to be the formula multiplying the two numbers. It would be a mistake to hard code a number here because the idea is I could go in and replace these test cases with other numbers. Taking a look at Print Preview, we have the standardized header and we ask that you have row and column and grid lines already. As well as making it landscape. Why? Well, this spreadsheet is not going to get printed in the annual report for the company. The only audience is going to be other technical people who understand about the data. So if we need to print off the formulas, all we have to do is quickly show them, adjust some column widths, and we can do it. So I ask that you follow those rules for doing it. Now, maybe having the test cases across isn't the best way to do it. You can easily transpose this stuff. Let me show you how. Highlight just the data, do a copy, and it won't let you transpose it back in the same area. It has to be somewhere else. But it's under Paste Special. Actually, there it is. It's transposed. You could jump to it right there. And so we get a different look. I've already created that one on a separate tab. You have to decide which one of these two is the most efficient. Now the idea is that we can take the formula, whichever view, and just simply copy it down. We have some people who put a case 1 and take 3 lines doing it, and a case 2 and take 3 lines doing it, and there's no way you can copy anything. We don't want that. It's supposed to be easy to use. So, in summary, when you develop the test data in Excel, here's the requirements. Be sure to put in a header, the standard one. Be sure to put in a heading with the assignment info, not into. Probably make it landscape. Definitely click Fit to One and put on the row and column and grid. What's next? Flowchart the solution. So come back for the second half of this test plan video stuff. Bye.